A soft December morning had descended upon the earth. Cold winds reigned everywhere. A sleek black car rolled to a stop in front of a small, beautiful house. Inside the car sat four handsome young men: Joseph, Nick, Flynn, and Mark. Joseph, seated behind the wheel, honked the horn. The door of the house opened and the handsome Harry emerged, a bag slung over his shoulder, walking towards the car. "Good morning, guys," Harry greeted everyone as he settled into the front seat. "Give your bag to Nick, Harry. He'll put it in the trunk," Joseph instructed. "Of course, give it here. Apparently, I've only come along on this picnic to carry everyone's luggage," Nick muttered sarcastically from the back seat, taking the bag and stepping out of the car. "What's wrong with him, Mark? Why is he so worked up?" Harry asked, glancing at him through the rearview mirror. Nick and Mark were brothers. "Nothing. Mom scolded him before we left the house. His mood's been off ever since," Mark replied. Harry's eyes drifted to Flynn, who sat pressed against the window. Earphones plugged in, the mic held close to his lips, he was whispering into the phone, completely absorbed in conversation. "He never gets tired of talking to his fiancée day and night," Harry remarked to Joseph. "Forget him, I'm more amazed at his fiancée for tolerating him so much," Joseph added mischievously. "I'm wearing earphones, not hearing aids. I can hear every word you guys are saying," Flynn announced, covering the mic. "You may not be deaf, but you're definitely shameless. Even after all that roasting, you're still glued to the phone," Mark shot back. Flynn glared at him in silence. Nick returned and climbed into the car, and Joseph pulled away from the curb. "Did you call home to let them know you won't be coming back this weekend, that you're going on this picnic with us instead?" Joseph asked while driving. "Yes, I told them. They said it was a good idea. A little outing is healthy. Life isn't just 9 to 5 work, coming home to eat, and then going straight to sleep," Harry replied thoughtfully. The five friends had taken a break from the hassles of life, stepping away for a while to breathe in an air of carefree freedom. But none of them knew that the journey they had begun would lead to a destination far more terrifying than anything they could ever imagine. On road. As the journey continued, morning faded into afternoon. Sitting for so long had exhausted them. They stopped at a roadside diner on the highway to rest both themselves and the car. After a brief break for food, they resumed their journey, this time with Harry behind the wheel. "So how far is your friend's farmhouse now?" Joseph asked from the front seat. "We should reach there by around 4, Harry replied, glancing at the watch on his wrist and nodding confidently. "Harry, look ahead!" Mark shouted from the back seat. Harry slammed the brakes. The car jerked to a stop. "What happened?" Flynn asked, confused. "That cat. Another second and it would have been under the car," Mark explained. Everyone looked ahead. A black cat was crossing the road. "Isn't there any other route?" Nick asked anxiously. "Why?" Harry questioned. "I've heard if a black cat crosses your path, you're not supposed to go that way," Nick said mysteriously. "Oh, ignore him. Too many horror movies have messed up his head," Mark dismissed. "Guys, I'm serious. When a black cat crosses your path, something bad happens," Nick insisted. "With how stubborn we are, I think the cat should be worried about itself," Harry joked, restarting the car. Lost. Afternoons slipped quietly into evening. Everyone except Harry had fallen asleep. Winter evenings are often lonely, but beneath the deepening sky and icy winds, the surroundings felt eerily deserted. As Harry drove on, worry slowly crept across his face. He scanned the area and finally stopped the car. "Joseph? Joseph?" Harry shook his shoulder. "What is it? Have we reached the farmhouse?" Joseph asked groggily. "No, I think I've lost the route," Harry admitted anxiously. Joseph was wide awake now. "What?" He sat up sharply. The others began to stir as well. "How can you forget the route? What do we do now?" Joseph asked, alarmed. "I've never been here before. My friend explained the way verbally, but I can't remember it now," Harry said regretfully. "What? You're lost?" Mark exclaimed. Flynn and Nick looked equally stunned. "What are we going to do?" Nick panicked. "My phone's battery's dying too. I was planning to charge it at the farmhouse," Flynn fretted. Shut up! Even now you're worried about your phone? Mark snapped. Call your friend, Joseph suggested suddenly. Harry pulled out his phone, but he met with disappointment. Oh no, there's no network here, he said in frustration. Everyone's hearts sank. We can't even turn back. It's a long journey and it'll be nightfall on the way. Traveling at night could be dangerous, Harry reasoned. But we can't just stand here either. It'll be dark soon, Joseph said helplessly. Silence fell. Nick quietly began muttering every prayer he could remember. Let's keep moving. Maybe we'll find something ahead, Harry suggested, breaking the silence. We have no choice, Joseph agreed. With a pounding heart, Harry drove on. The mansion. Even after driving further, they saw no house, no hut, nothing. The sun hovered at the edge of the sky, ready to disappear. Then suddenly, a flicker of hope reignited. In the distance stood a grand mansion. Look, there's a mansion ahead, they exclaimed in unison. Speed up, Harry, Mark urged impatiently. Harry stopped the car right in front of it. One by one, they stepped out. It was a magnificent yet mysterious mansion, made stranger by the fading sunlight. Is this a mansion or a haunted house? Flynn muttered. Without wasting time, Harry rang the doorbell. Beneath it hung a nameplate thick with dust. He brushed it clean. Blue Eyes written on the nameplate. The door creaked open, and at the sight of the person standing there, all five froze. She was a delicate, captivating girl, dressed in a full-sleeved black silk gown that touched the floor. Her long black hair flowed freely down her back, but what left them spellbound were her deep blue eyes set against her dusky, sharply defined face. Come in, she said, stepping aside. Her voice was as enchanting as her presence. We actually, Harry began. I said, come in, she interrupted calmly yet firmly. They exchanged puzzled glances. She hadn't asked their names nor their purpose, yet invited them inside. With no other option, they stepped in. The interior was even more splendid. They looked around instinctively. Don't you like the house? She asked evenly. No, it's beautiful, just like you, Joseph said smoothly. She showed no reaction. Here he goes again, Mark whispered to Flynn. We lost our way and need a place to stay until morning, if you don't mind, Harry explained. Sometimes one must lose their way to find their destination, she said softly. Harry fell silent. There are guest rooms upstairs. Freshen up. We'll meet at dinner. She gestured towards the marble staircase. Thank you so much, Joseph said gratefully. She turned to leave. Excuse me, what's your name? Joseph asked. She paused without turning back. Zarka, she replied flatly and walked away. Dinner. Relief washed over them after finally finding shelter. The heater's warmth eased their fatigue as winter winds howled outside. Flynn sat near the socket charging his phone. Harry unpacked his bag. Joseph examined the room. Nick lounged on the bed while Mark went to freshen up. What the hell? Still no network, muttered Flynn. There are no towers here. Give your phone a rest, Harry replied. Oh God, this bed feels heavenly. Straight from a long journey to paradise, Nick sighed. And paradise has an angel too, Joseph teased. Not an angel, more like arrogant, Nick said. She didn't talk properly to anyone. Being reserved doesn't always mean arrogance, a voice cut in. They turned. Zarka stood at the door. Dinner is served, she said, and left. She gave us shelter and you're passing comments. That's not right, Harry frowned. At the table. 6 people sat in the dining room, yet only the clink of cutlery echoed. Why aren't you eating? Flynn finally asked. I don't eat this, she replied, eyes on her hands. Then what do you eat? She looked at him. Her gaze unsettled him instantly. Oh, I get it. You must be on a diet, Nick concluded. No response. Is your eyes real or are you wearing lenses? Mark asked curiously. What do you think? She countered.
For the first time, a faint, mocking smile appeared on her lips. "Is there no one else in your family?" Joseph asked. "No." "They live elsewhere?" "They left this place long ago. I'm the only one here." Silence followed. "I'm done. Thank you for the wonderful dinner," Nick said politely. "Could I get a cup of coffee later?" Flynn asked. "Write down whatever you need. It'll be sent to your rooms," she said, standing up. "And one more thing," she added without turning. "You don't have to share a room. This house is large enough. Good night." By the time they processed her words, she was gone.